Hello and welcome to the first in the series of videos providing an introduction into Broadcom's WICED development platform. In this series, we're going to show you various aspects of our solution. We're going to walk you, the developer, through how you can leverage our tools and create wonderful products that will enhance the way we interact with the world around us. The Internet of Things, IoT, is a computing concept that describes a future where everyday physical objects will be connected to the Internet and will be able to identify themselves to other devices. IoT is significant because an object that can represent itself digitally becomes something greater than when the object exists by itself. Many objects can act in unison related to each other and to you, the user, and provide ambient intelligence to enhance your overall experience in day-to-day living. Similarly, wearable computers, also known as bodyboard computers, are miniature electronic devices that are worn by the bearer under, with, or on top of clothing and provide advanced telemetry and sensor data to improve our quality of life. Wireless Internet connectivity for embedded devices, spelled WICED and pronounced as WICED, is Broadcom's solution to help provide you, the developer, of cool and interesting IoT products with the hardware, the tools, the development kits, and the broad-minded community to help bring these products to life. We believe in delivering the best-of-class technologies to the broad development community and encouraging collaboration around these technologies to build cool, innovative products. Broadcom's community site is designed to make it easy for you, the developer, to register and participate in an active community, including Broadcom engineering staff, as well as engineers and other technical support personnel from our distributors, VARs, partners, and other developers like you. Due to various trade compliance regulations, our community site requires you to register using a corporate email address. The process is simple and straightforward. An approval and your account setup takes only a few minutes and gives you access to the entire breadth of content our community has contributed. In this first video, we will walk you through the process of getting started with WICED WiFi. The first task is to get you access to some development boards. Once you're logged into the community site, please click through to the Partners portal. In the Partners portal, you'll find a number of resources, from development boards to engineering services. For now, we'll focus on getting you access to some hardware to start your next cool project with. On the big carousel on top, click on one of our partners globally who can get you access to these development boards. Now that you have access to the hardware, let's get you access to the SDK, the development tools, and all the documentation. Back on the main community page, let's go through to the WICED WiFi portal. And next, we go on to the Documents and Downloads page. On this page, you'll find the various SDK downloads, documentation, and other useful study materials. At the time of this video, the Wi-Fi SDK is at version 2.4.1. But do stop back here and to check out new versions of the SDK that add more documentation, more sample applications, demos, and new functionality to extend your projects into new dimensions. If you're using Windows, the one-click installer will walk you through the entire installation process and get the SDK and the IDE ready for use. For OS X or Linux, there are additional instructions within the SDK download that show you how to integrate the SDK into the Eclipse IDE. Start up the SDK and we will now walk through the quick start guide and show you how to connect the development hardware, build your first application, download it to the development board, and run it. First, check your development board. It could be one of a few different types. The wireless module on these boards are not intended for hardware production designs, and we will show some of the other boards that have hardware production ready modules on them for your reference later. As you can see, on this board there's a standard USB mini connector which provides the power to this board, access to the UART port on the microcontroller, as well as access to the JTAG port on the microcontroller to download and debug your software and applications. Normally, the SDK installation should have installed the USB drivers and you should now be ready to run your first application. However, if you would like to verify the driver installation is correct, follow the steps I'm showing here to verify the driver installation via the device manager on your Windows PC. Linux and OS X generally do not require this step, but you can use those operating system's tools to check the USB driver installation as well. You can follow along using the quick start guide now. We're going to use version QSG 203 of the guide. Pages 13 to 18 describe how to build, download, and debug your first application. We're going to use the sample application from the SDK that scans the Wi-Fi network and displays the SSIDs of the access points found. Now that we have walked you through the process of developing and getting your first application running and scanning the Wi-Fi network, let's take a look at some of the other boards that you might come across in your development process. You are looking at the BCM 4390 based development board. This board is also used primarily for software development. Next, we will look at some of the options you have for production versions of the hardware. These include SIP modules, development kits, as well as various PCB modules that have antennas integrated. Finally, we'd like to invite you back to our community site and encourage you to participate with all the other developers in creating cool new applications that will change the way in which we experience our world around us.